Wheeze. I've never seen you before. Wheeze, hello. Pooh. Happy New Year's, guys. We're back. Woo. Oh my gosh. It's been so long, bro. Where have you guys been? Where have you guys been? I've been here before. Wheeze. I apologize. I actually don't like when I don't remember things like that. I usually try my best to remember. Never mind, haha. Ah, you liar. I'm chilling. I'm doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm doing great. Every day can either just be the best day or the worst day, but it's still a day. That's what I love. Yeah, it's been a minute, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. This spring break isn't what I planned it to be. I thought I would be working and studying full time. But it's winter break. So I kind of realized maybe I should take a break. I farted a little. I think that's fine. I think everyone does it. I don't think it's necessary to share with everyone, but if you felt like you needed to share that and you did, good for you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone deserves a break. True. I struggle to accept breaks. Like I'm very like, oh, I have to work. So yeah, the story was I started building my website because that was my goal this winter break, to build a website. Here, come with me, guys. Come with me. Actually, let me finish cleaning up some stuff here, and then we'll go downstairs and start cleaning some stuff there. So this is my setup now. I brought some plants, and I kind of made like a little garden area. So cleaning with Pilu, I don't know. Leon Messi. I heard he's really awkward. It's really funny. If you look at interviews of Leon Messi, he's like very, very awkward. So I was working on my website, and then I had to go, and I came back home, and my computer was just off and broken. GG. It melted. The motherboard melted. How did your exam go? Last time I joined, you were studying for your exam, I guess. I ended the semester with grades that you'll find out after this short ad break. So this video is actually sponsored by, I'm kidding. Okay. I got all B's, guys. All B's. And for those of you who are longtime viewers, you know how crazy it is that I got all B's. Y'all know how crazy it is that this guy got B's. Yeah, you guys don't understand. I got not just any B, I got some high B's in some classes I didn't expect to get a B in. I got a 86 in Intro to Computational. I got a 85 in Computer Science 2. And then Calc, and my teacher's trolling a little bit. It's supposed to be an 84 or 83. She didn't put the grades in correctly. And quite frankly, I'm too tired to argue with her anymore. So I got a B. What do I gotta be? What do I? So all B's in classes that I thought I would fail. like GUIS? Huh? I said guts. What can I say? What can I say? Also, next semester I'm dropping an album. So you guys better like all I'm saying is like if you just leave the stream and I don't see you anymore, I might forget you. But when I blow up and I become a famous musician, if you guys are still here, I'll remember you guys. I'll be like, oh yeah, they were with me. They were with me when, just saying. Next semester I have to drop an album as a final, so just saying, like I'm the type of guy that you might want to keep close as a friend. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Yeah, things have been going good, guys. I'm not gonna cap with you guys. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna lie, I've cat-eyed some people I follow watching because I'll become famous soon. So you have good music taste? Thank you. Wait till you hear the stuff I write. Literally. Yeah, actually, I started taking my music a little bit more seriously. So I have an album idea. Bro, Pooh is literally like you know how musicians, how they have that one guy that they always collaborate with? Pooh is that one guy all study streamers have as a mod. He's like the fundamental, he's like the key ingredient in a study stream community. No, bro. It feels like you follow all of them. In a good way, not in a bad way. What can I say? What can I say? That way. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. When my roommate comes back, I have to tell him some things. When my roommate comes back, there's going to be a conversation. That you love him, banned. You're banned. Now you're only studying three. Now you're only following 3 study streamers because me, you're done. You're done. I'll strike 4. So pretty much Witiwawwy. Like, so now that he's gone, what I did, there used to be a trash can here. If you're a long time viewer, there was a trash can there. Also, that stayed on the floor from him. Anyways. And then there was also a chair right here. And it would block my dresser. No more. No more. So I'm going to tell him, like, no more garbage over here because I don't even use the trash can. And it's, like, in the middle of the room. And it just doesn't look nice and it's taking up space. I'm not a fan. I don't need to use it. Puts the chair in front of my dresser. So, like, I only open my dresser halfway. I put up with it for 3 months, but I can't do it anymore. And then no more eating in the room. I can't do it anymore. I'm very sensitive with smells. So I don't do well with strong smells, especially when it comes to food. Like where I in my room, I don't do well with like smells in my room. And he would always eat his meals in the room. And the room is not a place where you eat meals, it's a place where you sleep. So I'm gonna ask him like, hey bro, what's up, bro? You're my roommate and stuff. Like, can you go eat downstairs in the dining room where people eat food? Do you think you could do that for me? But Julian and the singing guy is getting a lot of followers now. Bro, this guy's an investor. But instead of stocks, he invests into people, specifically streamers. So I got some of the coolest gifts ever this year. First off, I got you guys. That was the best gift ever. Getting to know you guys was the best gift. My friend got me an Apple mug. First, he brought the mug like this, and I felt disrespected. I was like, that is the ugliest mug I've ever seen in my life. I was like, why did you bring? As soon as he turned it, I collapsed. I said, oh my gosh, it's an Apple mug. It's an Apple mug. Yeah. That's like a kind of a crazy gift. Because you guys know how I feel about cups. I've been very into photography. Been taking a lot of pictures. I talked to my aunt who, how much do you need? I need $300. I don't want to ask, but I need $300. I need a new motherboard and a power supply. I'll mail Mr. Beast. Okay, thank you. I know you and Mr. Beast are like this. So yeah, just ask him. I just can't accept it. Like from you, like I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. I can't do that. I cannot. I'll figure it out. But I also got this for my birthday. This I will never take off. It's a bracelet with a charm. Best birthday gift I've ever received in my life. From a friend. Anyways, I'm the only person in this house, right? And my computer, bro, why are you guys getting so jealous? Chill, guys, chill. You guys are like a jealous girlfriend, bro. Chill, guys. Ugh, bro. I don't have to answer any of your questions. Anyways, as soon as everyone left, I went to work in the sense that I started cleaning up this house that hasn't been cleaned in 3 months. Bro. This room, these carpets, when I vacuumed them, I found a vacuum, thank God. When I vacuumed these floors, the things that came out of these floors, That's why I can't tell you guys things. You guys are like children. You guys are literally like children, bro. I can't say nothing. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Bro, I had to mop the floors like 5 times and they're still dirty. I had to mop the floors like 5 times and they're still dirty. Why is it your job? It's not. But as you know, one of the best feelings ever is to clean something, and then when it's clean, you just look at it and you're like, wow, it's clean now. That was me. I finished cleaning because I'm staying in this house for winter break, right? I'm not going to stay in a messy house. So I just spent an entire day cleaning, and now I'm enjoying myself just having my own little house for a month. It's so nice. It's very nice. I was supposed to go to the gym this morning with my sister. A+ for cleaning. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna put Pooh in timeout. This guy is bro, I can't say nothing, bro. I can't say anything. I am 23. I don't feel 23. So weird. I'm 23. Bro. All I'm saying is think what you will. Okay? The banter here. Hey, the banter go. If there ain't banter, it's not a Mr. Pilu stream. I'm sorry. Dude. In that wall right there is either a squirrel, a rat, or a mouse, or a chipmunk. There is a creature that is living in that wall. I'm just sitting here chilling, and then like I just hear it crawl up the wall as if it's saying, "Hi, honey, I'm home." Like it just lives here. It's like it just lives here. Like it doesn't quietly go into the wall. It makes its presence known and it's like, yeah, I live here. I'm like, no, bro, you don't pay rent. So I started banging on the wall. I was like, bro, what is this? What are you doing here? It's ridiculous. No, it doesn't live there. Oh, bro. Bro. Look at this. You guys see that? That's water damage. This is water damage. If I open this door, there's a literal hole and there's rotten wood right here. Okay? I call the people who are in charge of fixing things. What do they do? They put a little bit of foam, a little bit of insulating foam, a piece of like plastic thing on the outside, and that's it. And they got paid to do that. This person got paid to do that. A carpenter. Everyone's a carpenter now. House husband complaining. I'll take that. Yes, that is exactly what this is. So that water damage is going to get worse. The wood's going to get more rotten. I'm just going to look at the school board and tell them, told you so. When this whole house just collapses. I'll just tell them, I told you so. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I told you so. I'm not going to be a Karen. It's impossible for me to be a Karen. Let me not say that. Anything's possible. No, the house isn't going to fall apart. But that is a problem, and it needs to be fixed now, or else it's just going to get worse. I can literally fix that, and that's saying something. It's going to be a pain in the butt, though. But there's so many bad carpenters these days. It's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. They charge money to make things worse. And they get away with it. I think people should have some basic understanding of carpentry so they don't get ripped off. Like, at least some basic understanding. School starts on January 15th. So the break was a month from January, from December 14 to technically January 14, and then school starts on the 15th. So it is a month. Yeah. I was supposed to go work at my old job to make some money, but it's a month, and a month is only two weeks. So it's just 2 weeks twice. So I'd only get 2 paychecks. I'd rather just chill for a month. I'd rather just chill for a month and like have the craziest break, in the sense of like a month is a crazy break. It's a lot of time to just sit down and relax. But I was looking at my old streams. Yeah, $300 does sound nice. But I was looking at my old streams when I was at the farm. My skin was glowing, my hair was curly, my face looked like so young and everything. I looked at that, and then I looked at the stream of me on my last day of finals. Different person, bro. Different person. I was like, whoa. Yeah. School is stressful. You need a break. And then some people don't have the chance to get breaks, but that's their situation. That's not mine. I have a chance to take a break, so I'll take one. If I didn't, I wouldn't. That's just life. But I do, so I'll take it. Got to take things as they are. It's very important, because I could have been stressing right now, like, oh my gosh, my computer's broken. I can't code. I can't work. No, enjoy the break for what it is. It's a break. I talked about this before. When I was living in my apartment and had to work full time all the time, 2 jobs, I'd always think, man, when am I going to have a break? And then I moved back in with my parents, and I finally had a break. And all I was thinking about was, oh, bro, I need to get a job because I'm doing nothing. So I wasn't happy when I had a job, and I wasn't happy when I didn't have a job. And I realized how stupid that was. So I said, I'm just going to enjoy my break. And then I had the best year of my life, just spending time on the farm. Gotta enjoy things for what they are. It's a very big thing in life. Look at this. I got this drink, ginger kombucha. Because it was ginger. But why are you here? If you're asking me why I'm not at my parents' place, is because if I went there, I'd have to sleep in a cold living room, which I'm fine with, just not for a month. And you guys know I like my alone time, so just having the whole house to myself. Children. Witiwawwy dealing with children. Witiwawwy dealing with children. No, I love just, bro, like when my parents would go on vacation and I would have the house to myself. So relaxing. You just wake up in the morning. I love my parents. I love people, but I love being alone too. You look like Daniel Radcliffe. Kind of, yeah. I would say so. A little bit. I've become both. I've become destroyer of worlds. So I'm very introverted. I'm extremely introverted. But because I worked as a server, I've learned how to act extroverted. Does that make sense? That's what it is. In life, whether you like it or you don't like it, you have to put up a face. Not in a bad way, not in like I deny myself type way. You have to put up a face when you're in public. You can't just, there's some people who are like, you just gotta be yourself. And like, yeah, be yourself, but you don't need to be yourself all the time. Okay. Okay. That sounds weird. That actually sounds really bad. What I mean by that is, as a server, I'm an introvert. If I walk up to my table as a server, I'm like, hi guys, my name's Philip. I don't want to be here. I don't like people. Can I take your order? It's not going to work. It has to be, hi guys, my name's Philip. I'll be your server today. I have to do that. That may not be who I am as a person, but I have to put on that mask a little bit so I can make money. I don't mean it in a deny yourself type of way, but more in like a strategic way in life. People do that, in business meetings, when you're meeting people, you have to act a certain way. What can I say? You have to act a certain way. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm not telling you to not be yourself. I'm telling you to be smart about it. If that makes some sense, take it. If not, just leave it and ignore it. But I am visiting home on Friday. Oh, I went home on Christmas. So I went home the day before Christmas, spent time with family, and then slept over. And then the day of Christmas, I spent time with family in the morning. And then, even though people weren't supposed to come over, people came over. And some of these people I love because they're my family. But in order for me to love them, I can't be around them because they will get me mad. So as soon as they came, I was like, yep. I gave it a chance. I gave it some time. I wanted to see maybe this time will be different. It wasn't. I left. Okay? I left. I don't care if it's Christmas. I don't care if it's my birthday. If I don't want to be there, I'm not going to be there. Okay? If I don't need to be there, if it's optional and I don't want to be there, I will leave. So I don't care. I don't care. I didn't feel comfortable. I was bothered. So I left. I came home. I took a nice hot bath to relax myself, cleaned up my room. That was my Christmas. I enjoyed it so much. Sorry, all of the messages, they just all sent right now. Your birthday, my birthday is like, I do not look like Kit Connor. I've heard that one, but I kind of do actually. Nah. Okay. I look like me. My birthday is on December 15th. I am not going on TikTok. No. Never. I used to be. No more. No more. I'm supposed to go to the gym with my sister, but I kind of don't want to. Yes. I am. Once my music comes out, I will post it on TikTok. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of do like a pyramid scheme where like I'm the top of the pyramid and then you guys, right? Like you guys spread my music. And then I pay you to spread my music. And then if you bring more people, you get more money. It's a pyramid scheme. Okay. I'm kidding. Those are illegal. Even though everything in life is literally just a pyramid scheme. Literally everything's a pyramid scheme. Yeah. I don't use TikTok. And if you're going to become famous, you're going to become famous, bro. If you have something that people like, you will become famous. This one guy was talking about why he doesn't use social media. And one of the big things people use social media for is for networking and stuff. And this guy explained, if you have a skill or a desirable thing that people want, they will find you. Because that's how people work. Do you guys know? Do you guys know this person? I'm about to dethrone them. Okay. Love walked so that I can run. Let me make that clear. She walked so that I can run. So when my album drops, she may send an assassin to kill me. I'm telling you guys this now. You guys think this is a joke? No, bro. I'm a threat. I'm a threat to her, okay? I'm in danger. My life is in danger. I'm not going to the gym with my sister. I don't want to go work out. I'm going to get breakfast with her, so I'm going to go to her house. I'm just going to sit down, and I'm just going to eat food. I'm not threatening her. My favorite musical artist... I mean, Njabis and Shingo too. They kind of go hand in hand. I love all kinds of music though. What I love about music is I may not like an artist, but I may love one of their songs. Jason Derulo. Like that, you know that tick. No, it was a Vine. What song? Oh, he's the guy that said "talk dirty to me." Are we serious right now? And he's the guy who made the Wiggle Wiggle song. Okay, bro, chill. Chill. This heater broke and I cried. His name is Lasco, or her name. Lasco. See? This heater has if you're a long time viewer, you know this heater has been part of my life and it just stopped working. You want to know how I fixed it? I just hit it really hard. I said, bah, bah, and then it worked. Money Game. By Ren, is it Ren Gill? I'll listen to it. I think I have. Sounds familiar. So with me in music, I used to listen to a lot of music, but the thing that I don't like is when people pretend that music doesn't have a huge influence on the way that they think and live their life. If you're listening to a song all the time, it's going to affect you. I don't care if you're like, oh, bro, it's just a song. No, bro. Music is strong stuff. In terms of propaganda, that music is a big thing in propaganda because music influences the decisions of people. So I started to realize like what kind of music I was listening to. And I was like, is this promoting a version of myself that I like? That's what I did. So yeah, like, yeah. Like, let's not pretend when I'm listening and like, look at your Spotify raps. You're listening to music for 80,000 minutes. 80,000 minutes. You're listening to something. I do have a Spotify. Should I share it? Should I share my Spotify? Maybe. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. Both. I've decided I'm going to do both. I actually have the album. I have the album rough draft. So what I did was, my Spotify. If you go, Wheeze, if you go into the description of the previous video, you should be able to join the Discord. If you join the Discord, we all posted our Spotify raps. But my top artist was it's this lo-fi artist. I love him. If you gonna an artist girl, gonna use these clips to TikTok for sure. If you're gonna what? If you gonna an artist girl gonna use these clips. Oh, I see. If I'm going to, then okay. If yeah, Witiwawwy. Yeah. I got it. That was typed correctly. I was just reading it incorrectly. Huh. No. This guy, I just what the heck? What? Pause. Everyone pause. 1 second. Oh, Spotify playing games now. No, my next bill is not $10.99. I'm a student. I get a student discount. Nice try. Nice try, Spotify. You almost got me. You're funny. Money grabbing thieves, bro. Sure. Like, this guy needs to blow up, bro. I don't know why this guy hasn't blown up. There you go. If you type in Angos Lo-Fi, he doesn't have a YouTube channel. His music is just so good. And like it has a flair to it that's his. Like it's his music. It's his. It's not like because a lot of lo-fi kind of sounds just like other lo-fi. He has this distinct, unique thing that he does with his music. I love it, bro. So there was that. It was Joe Hisashi. Like Studio Ghibli music, and then let me actually look at my. To be not paying for this anymore because what the heck? Okay, let us see. So my top artists were Mangoes, Joe Hisashi, Pierre Piccioni, Chet Baker, and Joao Gilberto. So lo-fi, Studio Ghibli music, that one guy from TikTok, Chet Baker, and then the Bossa Nova guy. Witiwawwy. My dream job is to live my life. I used to, bro, and that's the thing, unique music taste. When you said that, it made me feel like pretty cool. Like, yeah, I got it. Bro, music, the purpose of music is not to be cool, it's to enjoy it. So it's like, even if you enjoy mainstream stuff, whatever makes you happy, bro, that's what's important. But yes, I do have unique music tastes. I'm a little bit different than everyone else. Feels like an interview? Good. What was I saying? Oh, dream job. I used to always think that I had to be a doctor, an engineer, or one of those big jobs, or else I would feel useless in my life. I'm trying to smile, but now you're just pissing me off. I can't even fake smile anymore. You're just straight up pissing me off. You just come in here crying like a little baby, talking about climbing. You don't even know what climbing is. I can't even pretend that I'm like happy to see you anymore. That's not the reality of things, bro. You're embarrassing yourself right now. Everyone, just so you guys know, Wolfzark, he pays for RuneScape membership. Premium. He pays for RuneScape Premium. Just want to put that out there. Yeah. Just want to put that out there. I don't think he'd be ashamed of if I said something like that, right? Anyways, he's a buster. But anyways, mad about it. Okay, buddy. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I miss you, Edwin. I miss you. I miss you dearly. Okay. What was I saying? Before I got rudely interrupted. If everyone was doctors, if everyone was all these things, then Who would design the houses? Who would design these cool labels on drinks? Who would design how the MacBook looks? Who would paint? Who would, all these things. Yeah, RuneScape. I didn't stutter. RuneScape membership premium. He's paying for that. Anyways, what I believe, I was thinking about this on my walk. This is going to get a little bit deep. Everyone has a calling of something that they want to do and they're in a way made to do. When I say made to do, I mean like you're just inclined to do that. If you're a creative person, you should be doing something creative. And as a kid, you know what you want to do. You don't understand what it is yet. Like, for example, doctors. Before you became a doctor as a kid, maybe they wanted to help people. And then that grew into them wanting to be a doctor. Or there's people who they love creating things. You have to say at ease, by the way. At ease, soldier. Thank you. Hello, Demi. Welcome. Time for my 30-minute sleep. Since I make full use of my 23.5 hours a day. No one's laughing. No one's laughing. All this guy wants is attention. He comes in here, types in all caps, uses emojis. This guy's just asking for attention 24/7. Look, there he is. Like a newborn baby. Wah! Wah! Give me attention. Wah! I play RuneScape and I get premium. Wah! It is 100% a yap session. Time for my 30-minute. This guy. I was going on a walk and I was realizing this as kids, like you look at a tree doesn't have to think about what it's going to do. It just does it. Like if it's an apple tree, it will grow and it will try its best to make apples. That's what it does. And I think as humans, we're like that too, where we have something and we want to create and give it back. But I was listening to Alan Watts. He's really cool. He talked about this. We're creative people and we're all individuals. But we live in a society. So what happens is we have to grow up in a certain way so that society can function. So it's not a bad thing. And the analogy that I came up with this was it's like a cast. A cast you put on your arm and it sets your bone in place so that your bone can heal correctly. So as children, we're growing up in a society that kind of tells you what to do. Okay? It assigns you a name. It assigns you all these things, which is important so that you can function. Right? It's important. These things are important. But what does a cast do? It sets your bone in place. Awesome. But what happens to your muscles? Your muscles, they deteriorate. So even though your bone is healthy, your muscle is now what? Gone. So yeah, awesome, the bone is set, but now your muscle is weak. So for me, that translated to was you grow up and you're structured to be a well-functioning member of society, but you lose that individual part of you. You don't lose it, it becomes weakened. So you're more likely now to just go with the flow of things. You're more likely to just go to college and get that whatever easy job that is just guaranteed to give you some level of success where you're more likely to go with that flow now because you had to go into that. You had to. But the problem is people stay in it. The only way your muscle can grow is if you move it. Physical therapy. Movement is healing in physical therapy. I'm giving the analogy. What am I trying to say is our entire life, we're kind of told what to do. So when it's time to decide what we're going to do with our life, it's very difficult to do what we know we want to do. So you have to work on yourself to figure out, is this what I want to do? Is this my passion? And that's the muscle working out the muscle. And that muscle will get bigger. And that's why I see people, like there's a friend at my school. He's pursuing music. He's a piano player. He loves piano. And that's what he's doing. For me, I couldn't do that. Even though I love music, who knows? I would maybe been a successful artist by now. Who knows? Because I was so weak in the sense of doing what I know I want to do and what I'm good at. In my mind, I don't care if I'm good for other people. Like for me, I know I'm good at this. Because of that, I didn't have the courage to go against that flow. My muscle wasn't strong enough because I've been wearing that cast. But this guy, it didn't stop him. And guess what? He's a successful musician. I was worried about money. This guy wasn't worried about that. And opportunities come his way. And if they don't come his way, he creates opportunities. So he's doing very well in a career that I thought no one could do well in. And that's why I see more and more of just people like, yeah, I'm really into pottery. I started my own pottery business and now I'm making 6 figures. And it's not about the money. The money comes as a result of a person following their passion. If someone's truly following their passion, I promise you they will become successful in their life. Now take that with a grain of salt. Oh, my passion is like doing nothing. Shut up. Shut up. I'm talking about like actual, like a thing you want to give this world. Because people want to be useful. Everyone here wants to be useful. Everyone here wants to benefit the world in some way. That's what it is. If you have something that you love and you want to share with the world, you will become successful. Because people will see that. They'll be like, oh, wow, this guy has something that he loves and he wants to share. That's when success follows that. It's not the other way around. You're not just successful. Success follows people like that. That's what I've seen. What's the difference between someone who opens up a coffee shop and then it fails and someone who opens up a coffee shop and becomes extremely successful? What's the difference? Luck, maybe, a lot of things. But yeah. Witiwawwy. Ginger Boy Podcast. I like the way that sounds. What if I just had a podcast with myself? Like just me talking and then it's like a pre-recorded other me talking to myself. That would be hilarious. That would wait a minute, bro. That would be hilarious. A podcast where I just interview myself. Look, you guys are watching the sunrise with me. That's wild. Witiwawwy. It's not narcissistic. Okay, so I tell this to a few people, and I'll just put it on the internet, whatever. I think I'm the best and worst person at the same time. There's no possible. Shut up. I think I am the best and the worst person at the same time. So with piano, I think I'm not good enough with piano. But I also think I am the best. Like there's no one, like I'm the star born in this generation of people. Like, both of those things exist in my mind at the same time. It's widowy impossible. No, shut up. Are you saying widowy? I'm widowy saying widowy. Lil way. Lil way saying that, yeah. Lil way. That's how my brain works, bro. Sorry. Why are we here? Excuse me. The man just dropped the biggest question of life. Just casually just dropped it. Why are we here? You're an interesting person, not gonna lie. Thank you. I think we're all interesting people. It's just, oh shoot. Everyone's like a book. It's so cool. Like when you walk in a library, you're looking at all these books. These are literally the stories of people's lives and stuff like that. And like in the same way, when you look at like an old person, you don't see the thousands and millions of experiences that person went through. You just see the person. You just see an old person, old skin, bald or white hair. What you don't see is the thousands of hours that person has existed on this planet, all the experiences they've went through, all the emotions they felt. You don't see that. You just see an old person. But I challenge you, next time you look at an old person, think about, like, that person used to be a kid. That person used to be in school. That person, they had their first crush at one point in their life. And you start to see, like, damn, like, life is kind of crazy sometimes like that. Guys, I'm going to ban you. I almost swore. I don't swear. I'm going to ban you, bro. You're getting on my nerves. The entire universe is inside of you. We are the universe perceiving itself. Yeah, widowy. And people be like, what? Because I was also people that went like, what? Those things don't make sense because you're just thinking about it in a certain way. Okay, let me change. Alan Watts explained this perfectly. I was always so confused about enlightenment. Religious, not religious. Enlightenment is, I think, realizing things about yourself and the world you live in. Whatever, that's not my definition. Anyway, bleh. Anyways, like they say, to achieve enlightenment, you have to know what the sound of a one-handed clap is. So, like, a monk asked one of the leaders, like, hey, how do I achieve an enlightenment? And the monk's like, and the teacher was like, tell me what the sound of a one-handed clap is. Doesn't make sense. And that's what everyone says. It doesn't make sense. The point of those sayings is to challenge the conventional way of thinking. Our entire lives, we spend thinking in one way. We just think in a way. 2 + 2 is 4. This. What these things do is they challenge your way of thinking. The sound of a one-handed clap. It doesn't make any sound. What is the sound of a one-handed clap? And it makes you think in a different way. That's all it is. And then you would say, well, why don't you just give me the answer? Well, if you give me the answer, then I'll know, so I don't have to think in a different way. And then Alan Watts explained it perfectly, because that was my question. I was that guy. It's like, huh?
If you explain a joke, it is no longer funny. A joke, so if I tell you a joke right now and you don't get the joke, you don't understand it, but then you keep living your day and maybe a week goes by. And then in a week, all of a sudden you understand my joke. Guess what you're going to start doing? You're going to start laughing. Even though I said the joke a week ago, because you understood it, because it clicked in your mind, now it is funny to you. If I explained the joke to you, though, it wouldn't have been nearly as funny. And actually, it just wouldn't have been funny at all. It would have just been me explaining the joke to you. It's the same with these enlightenment, or I like to call them challenging questions. You could go with that. These questions, what is the sound of a one-handed clap? It makes you just think about things. The answer is not going to come right away. You have to think about it. And you start to realize, maybe I should think about it in a different way. Like, what is the sound? Like, what would that... You start to wrestle with this concept. And what happens is, once you understand it, you'll say, oh, just like a joke, just like the joke. You laugh, or in this case, now you understand the problem, and that is enlightenment, if you want to call it that. The same with memes, yeah. Even with memes, it's the same thing. So it can't be explained. I always was so pissed off. I was literally Googling. I was like, what is the sound of a one-handed clap? Like, the heck? Like, what is this? It's not something you Google. It's something you think about, and your brain starts looking at things from different angles. Okay? You're looking at things from different angles. Okay? Different angles. You're looking. Different angles. Challenge the way of conventional thinking. Sounds like this. I'm gonna ban you, bro. You're gonna get... I'm gonna get you banned on RuneScape. I'm gonna say that you scammed me. That you were gonna trim my armor, and then you didn't. I'm gonna get you banned. I highly recommend that everyone here starts to think about why they think the way they do. Because it's going to be one of the most important things you do in your life. There's this guy, I already talked about this with the levels. Your level of consciousness is determined by how much you think about thinking. If I had to summarize it. Like, a low level of consciousness is, I'm hungry. Because I feel hungry. A little bit higher is, oh, I'm hungry because I need food. Then you go a little bit higher, oh, I'm noticing that I'm hungry because I need food. And you go higher, I'm noticing that I'm hungry because I need food. And you start going higher and higher in these consciousness things, and you're not just living on autopilot anymore. When I get mad, I have to sit down with myself and ask myself, why am I getting mad? So I was talking with my mom, and I kept saying something, and she's just not understanding what I was saying. Oh. You have to write down your thoughts. Your mind is not a file cabinet. It's not a file cabinet. You have to, when you have thoughts, you have to write them down. If you just think of something, write it down. Someone told me that's how you become a genius. When you just carry a notebook around and you write down all your thoughts, you become a genius. Yeah, diaries. If you're into journaling, you are better than 99% of people, because you are aware enough to like, if you're a gamer, Wolfzark is a gamer, by the way. If you play a game 1,000 times, it doesn't matter. You could still suck at the game. But if you play the game once a day, and then at the end of the day, you rewatch how you played the game, and you write down one thing you could improve on and one thing you did well, you will become the best gamer, period. I don't care if you're bad at gaming. I don't care. If you play less games and focus more on reviewing, I mean, there's a Radiant level Valorant player here. I'm not sure if they're still here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Radiant level Valorant player. Genshin Impact level 60 world. I'm not going to say who it is. But they know who they are. I'm not sure if they're still here. They know who they are. It's not Wolfzark. Wolfzark is Heartstuck Silver in Valorant. To improve, you have to review. Doing the same thing over and over again will not get you new results. Not my brother. You have to improve on what you're doing. And if you're not, like, it's so, I watched this guy. He wasn't a famous YouTuber. He was like he was doing well. I don't even remember his channel. But he said something. And it was so simple. And it was the craziest thing ever. Just start improving. And what I mean by that is, like, not dream, no. Didn't write that down? Shut up. Didn't write that down? Question mark. Hi, hello. You got me, bro. You got me. But this guy, he lived 22 years of his life, and he's like, I've made no progress in my life, like, whatever. And then in 3 years, what he did was every week, at the end of the week, he would review how his week was. He would think about things he could do better, and he would think of the reasons why he didn't achieve the goals that he wanted to achieve. He did that every week, and then every month he would have a meeting with his friends, and they would all come together. And, like, let's say Wolfzark is like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to grind in RuneScape. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to become gold in Valorant. I would meet with him at the end of the month, and I'd be like, hey, bro, did you do your goals? He's like, no, okay. But yeah, even daily, you can do it. Yeah, absolutely. And what you're doing now is you're not just living day. You're just living. No, every day you're looking at it like, how can I make it a little bit better? A little bit better. You will become the most successful person ever. I promise. I'm not even doubting when I say that. If you do that, where you look at your day and you do this, the consistency is the key here. And you say, how can, like, you have a goal. You have a goal. And you work towards that goal consistently, you will achieve it. I don't care how big the goal is. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, because it compounds. It will compound. It's like interest. It's exponential growth. Improvement's like exponential growth. Sometimes it'll go down. It happens, whatever. But it goes up. And yet we don't do it. I don't do it. I'm sitting here telling you about things that I don't do. I'm so silly. Like, that's it's we always overthink things and then underestimate ourselves. We overthink what we can't do and underthink what we can do. We don't think we can achieve we don't think that we can achieve a lot, and then we don't think we can achieve anything. You know? True, I do have time. But even in this, what I learned is this is a big thing I learned last year, in the year of 2023. You cannot hate any part of you. There's a lazy Philip inside of me, okay? Like there's a Philip inside of me that's lazy, doesn't want to wake up, doesn't want to study. I used to hate him. But when has hating something ever benefited anyone? And you start, I started to see things as like children, like this Philip inside of me that is lazy, doesn't want to do things. It's a part of me. It exists. And I realized I was hating it. So then it's like, oh, you hate me? Fine. F you too. Just like any human would do, or like a bully, you know? Like the bullies, a lot of them are bullies because they go through tough things. So like, oh, I'm going to be tough then, you know? So this part of me was like, you hate me? Okay, I hate you. So it's like this internal conflict. And then one point I was like, bro, enough hate, bro. Hating yourself, even the bad parts of yourself, it's not gonna ever help anyone. Hating has never helped anyone. Ask Edwin. Edwin's the biggest hater. Edwin's the biggest hater. Ask him, has it ever helped him? No, it hasn't. Trust me, it has not. He's still hard stuck silver. Okay? But a serious note, I started to say, you know what? I'm going to take care of that side of me. That lazy loser, that lazy person, my higher self will take care of it. When I say higher self, you know what I mean. When you're studying for a test, when you're working hard for your goals, your higher self is in control. When you're being lazy and not doing what you want, your lower self is in control. I want to take care of that guy that doesn't know what he's doing, the guy that's lazy. And I started to always look at myself with love and positivity rather than negatively and hate. Because hating yourself will never help you. Yeah, and even hate. Hate is an identifier for your weaknesses. So even like it's so funny, even hate, you can look at it as a positive thing. It's like, oh, thank you. It was a bad thing, but now I know where my weaknesses are. Like, I'm not even kidding. I can't get mad anymore. I was saying this about my calc teacher. My calc teacher sucked. She sucked. Okay? She's a horrible teacher, but I appreciate her because she taught me hard work. She taught me how to deal with difficult people. She taught me how to literally bust my butt working for something. And if the class was easy and if she was a good teacher, I wouldn't have learned those things. So because she was a difficult teacher, I learned a lot. That life is all about learning. You either win or you learn. There is no losing. You either win or you learn. Okay? And bro, it's just fun. Life is fun. And I say these things and I'm so positive and I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, I was literally in the bathtub like what was it, like 3 days ago, just staring at the wall, bro. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, okay? You're gonna feel things. You know things. It's one thing to know things, but feelings still exist. You're gonna feel things, bro. Yeah. And it's a weird feeling when you no longer hate yourself. When you no longer hate yourself and you start loving yourself, it's weird. Because you've hated yourself for so long. You've hated yourself for so long that when you start loving yourself, it's weird. It's I want to say trigger warning for some people. self-harm. I believe. Thank you for opening up about that. That's actually very brave. Yeah. But I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. And I mean, people that go through difficulties like that, people that go through difficulties like that, they come out such a stronger person. And because they do that, now they can help other people. So like because Weez went what they went through and they got out of it, now when like Weez has a friend or someone else that's going through a struggle, they can say, yeah, I was there, but I got out. I was there, but I was able to get out. And I want to help you get out. And that's like my thing too. You see this person here who's talking like this. I wasn't always this person. That's what David Goggins says. David Goggins, he was crying. I wasn't always the man that's standing right before you. He was like crying because he wanted this award. We become who we are through our suffering and failure. You don't become who you are because of the good times you go through. Those don't do, they're nice, but you become who you are through your sufferings and your failures. The biggest regrets I have in life, the biggest struggles I went through, I wouldn't have changed them. I wouldn't have changed them because of that struggle I went through, I became who I am today. It's that simple. It's not complicated. It's not like some philosophy. Literally, because of that struggle I went through, I am who I am today. So you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Wow. Weez, that's awesome, bro. That's an awesome story you have. That's a big thing. That's a big thing to overcome and to get out of. And like, yes, if you can't help yourself, you cannot help others. That's what I also realized too. If you can't help yourself, you can't help others. And we're so inclined to help others before helping ourselves. And I'm not sure if any of you guys are religious. I am. I'm a Christian. Jesus said, love others as you love yourself. Why did he say love others as you love yourself? Because in order for you to ever love someone to any capacity, you have to love yourself. It doesn't say love others like this. No, love others as you love yourself. And then it clicked. Once you work on yourself, then you can give to others. Once you work on yourself, then you can give things to other people. So, yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh, also, the reason why Pooh's doing all this is because he's a doctor, so he's like legally obligated to do this. So I'm not pressing because I don't want to like. Obviously, I care a lot, but yeah, he's a doctor, so he's literally MD, Witiwawwy. He's Witiwawwy MD. Also, Demi is the Radiant Valorant player, by the way. She remained silent this whole time, so I'll just say it. Or whatever is below Radiant. I agree. I think physicians and stuff like that are good. I also think that humans are capable of a lot of things. Like, If you look at David Goggins' story, he had no one. He had no one except himself. And you're not bronze, you liar. It's just David Goggins' story. So he was literally the bottom of the barrel, like the bottom of the barrel. The bottom, he had nothing. And that's why I love when he says, I feel pity for no one. Because if anyone can say it, David Goggins can say it. With the life he lived, the hand he was dealt, he can say it. Hey guys, this was a really nice conversation. Thank you guys for joining me. This was really cool. Very nice, very cool conversation. Yeah. David Goggins, the GOAT. He just had a podcast with Huberman. But that being said, if you're ever... No, I'm not going to end. If you're ever worried about... My biggest thing was, I'll say it discreetly since we're all opening up and everything. Since we're all opening up and saying things, I'll say it a little bit discreetly. I had an addiction of sorts. I'm not going to get into it because that's not important. The point is I struggled with something. And every single day I struggled. Every day I woke up for 8 to 9 years, I struggled in silence. And every single time I said I would change and I didn't, it's like a piece of me died. Because why is someone trustworthy? Someone becomes trustworthy when they say they're going to do something and then they do it. So for 8 years, I said I would do something and I wasn't doing it. No bueno. And I looked at it as 8 years of failure. But then something switched. Something switched. I said, but I didn't give up though. Not once in 8 years did I give up. Not once in 8 years did so I failed. I failed for 8 years. I wasn't the person I wanted to be. And I could look at that and let that destroy me and eat away at me, as it did. But then when it just changed, and that's the power of words. That's the power of thought. Thoughts are very powerful. So you have to be very careful about the way you think about yourself. Take that away. Out of this whole conversation, you have to be careful about the way you think because thoughts are powerful. They can make or break you, okay? 8 years, I looked at myself as a failure. And then with one thought, the entire thing changed. From being a failure, I went to this guy who just never gave up. From being a guy who failed for 8 years, with one thought, which is one shift in my thinking, I became this unstoppable guy. The thought was that I didn't give up. Every day I woke up and I hated who I was and I didn't like who I was and I was struggling and I said I wanted to change, but I didn't change. Oh, 30-day challenge, this, failed, blah, 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 all these things. But I didn't give up. Not once. And guess what? That very thought is the same thought all of you guys should have. Because all you guys are still here. There has not been a bad day that you guys have not gotten through. Witiwawwy. Every single bad day and situation in your life, guess what? Because you're here today, is a testimony to the fact that you got through it. and you didn't give up. Witiwawwy. Okay? You have 100% win rate on every day that you've lived in your life. That is the power of thoughts. That's why like therapy is important, and therapy helps people realize these things. And obviously there's medical conditions where you do need medicine, but I also think we always underplay the power of just ourselves. We downplay it too much. We downplay the power of our thinking just too much. Because with that thought, everything changed for me. As soon as I realized, but I didn't give up though. And I started hyping myself. I was like, yeah, bro, we didn't give up. Let's go. Like literally, bro, everything changed from that point of I didn't give up though. What's one advice I would give to my younger self is love yourself. Because not to get religious, but even in the Bible, it says you could have everything. You could know everything. You could be everything. But if you don't have love, you are nothing. If you can't love yourself, then you can't love anyone. Because how can someone love you if you can't even love yourself? And it's not even like that. Someone can love you even if you don't love yourself, but you wouldn't even realize it. Yeah, and then just start being silly too. As soon as you stop being negative and you start being positive and just silly and nonchalant about things, not in like a repressive way of like where you're like hiding your emotions. Like, bro, when my teacher failed my test, I called my friends and I yelled. I yelled at the top of my lungs. I actually lost my voice the day before. Okay. So I got mad, but it's like there's a difference. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. That's awesome. So if I'm playing a game, I can get mad at the game, but I'm not actually mad. Does that make sense? Like the core of who I am as a person, I'm not actually mad. It's just a game. Like I'll get mad if I lose the game, like but it's like whatever, it's a game. That's how I am with my life. I feel emotions, but deep down in myself, I'm like, but I'm still alive though, so I'm chilling. Like, no cap. Like, you're breathing, you're alive, you're fine, bro. Like that, you are fine. What if you can't love yourself? Then you have to teach yourself. It's not, I'm sitting here saying these things. It wasn't something that you look for shortcuts. I look for shortcuts. If you can't love yourself, well, I didn't love myself. What helped me is if you can't love yourself, remember who you once were. Remember the child you. This is a big thing. Child work is what they call it. Remember the kid you once were. And realize that you are that kid. Like that kid is you. You like literally, I'm not trying to get philosophical. Like you are that kid. So that kid still exists inside of you. If you can love yourself, at least love that kid for you. Love that kid that you once were. Make that kid proud. The kid who said, "Oh, when I grow up, I'm going to be like this." That kid who had so many dreams. Like if you struggle to love yourself, like I did, say, "Well, I'm going to do it for him." That's what I told myself. And also, one thing that completely also changed the way I thought was, what if my son or daughter was going through what I was going through right now? We're very good at giving advice for other people, but not for ourselves. So what you do is you put it like that. Let me ask you, if your daughter was struggling to love herself, what would you tell her? And notice how the answer is already starting to work out in your brain. You're already thinking of what you would say. Tell that to yourself. Those types of things were like monumental, because I thought about it like, if I'm struggling with this, how can I help my son or like my brother or my sister, you know? Sometimes you need that motivation. This too will pass away. Yeah. Also that. Okay, so I don't have milk. I don't want to make a coffee. Let's see what we got. I can make like a crazy breakfast right now, but that'd be really bogus because I have to go get breakfast with my sister. So what we'll do instead is we'll just wash the dishes, because I actually was lazy and didn't wash the dishes. But I want to say this too. This is the key. I hated myself for not loving myself. Do you see the problem here? I hated myself for not loving myself. That's what we do. Do you see how silly we can be sometimes? Look, I hated myself for not loving myself. That's when I said, this cycle needs to stop. I realized 8 years I hated myself because I was trying to change. I was like, you guys. I said, that's it, bro. This ain't working. Hate is not working. Let me try love. Just love yourself in an unconditional way. That's not to say that you condone your behavior. Like, I love myself, but I also have to hold myself to a standard, just like you would your kid. Think about if you had a son or daughter. If they were doing something wrong, you would still love them, but you would want them to change. So that's how you have to look at yourself. You have to love yourself, but also like change. And yes, I get very frustrated. There's literally days where like the voice in my head is ridiculously loud of like, oh, you're not doing this. Like, after this effing thought life, when I was working in the hospital, bro, if you're going to help someone's life, you have to love yourself. And it's not a choice. It's a must. It is a must. You can't give someone something you don't have. It's like the laws of the universe. I can't give you something I don't have. If I don't have love within me, I cannot give it to you. No, but you don't understand. No, if you don't love yourself, you can't love other people. Truly. There are days that suck. That's normal. That's normal. And when I go through those days, I just think, this too shall pass. Just like you said the answer, not me. This too shall pass. We have good days, we have bad days, and life goes on. Oh, but it's work. Yeah. It's work. Yeah. And I don't want it to sound like I have things figured out when I talk like this, because my overthinking brain, the first thing I think of is, oh, bro, now these people think I'm pretentious, and now these people think like I got everything figured out, and like, so that's how my brain works. Like, I always think about what people think about me constantly. So even now, as I'm saying these things, my brain, which I love, it's doing great, it's doing its best, is overthinking things because I care about what people think about me a little too much sometimes. So I'm overthinking like, oh, bro, they probably think like this guy. Oh, what does this guy think he's doing? What is he, But even that, I just have to laugh it off, be like, what a silly thought that is. And no one has everyone is figuring it out. We're not called to be perfect. We're just called to be better. And I believe that perfection is when someone is continually getting better. That's what it is. Yeah. Towards perfection. It's like math. In math, there's these things called limits. So as we approach a certain number, a certain thing will happen. But the issue is we don't know what the value is at that exact number. But what we do know is what happens as we get close to that number. That's how it is with perfection. We can't be perfect, but we can know what happens when we get close to it. Limits, math, calculus. Calculus. I literally just used calculus. That's crazy. First time in my life I'll use calculus last time. Okay. Now let's just clean. I'll just clean. Let me take this off. We can't achieve it, but we could get close. And we know what happens when we get close. That's what limits are all about. Very cool. And I think once you just start viewing yourself in this way of like giving yourself time, just loving yourself, all those things, if you just do that, give it time. Things take time too. Yeah. All things take time. Thank you. It takes time. Okay? It takes time. And that's why you shouldn't be looking for results, but you should be looking for the process. It's the process that produces the results. Don't be looking for results. Look for processes, because that's what will give you what you want. If you just keep looking for results, good luck. Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Thank you so much for opening up. I guarantee you've helped some people here too with your story. So I appreciate you helped me with your story. So I appreciate that. Thank you for joining and discussing today. Good luck studying. Hello. Welcome. Oh, wheeze. I see. I think they might have already left, maybe. If not, they'll respond, or we can ask next time. You scared of growing up? No. So I got mugged. I didn't get mugged. My friends pretended to mug me, and I thought I was gonna die. It was really funny, but I got traumatized. So I thought that everyone around me was trying to kill me. I've gotten better. It took some time. It's still really funny though, because like my friend walked up to me and I thought he was about to stab me. Anyways, we fear about things like growing. I think we're scared of the wrong things. We're scared about growing up, but like what we should be scared of is wasting today. We don't have tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And you don't have the past either. That's already gone. All you have is your current present moment, and that's all you've ever had. So don't be stressing about the future. So you don't. No, it was hilarious. It was like okay. So in my mind, I thought that if someone ever tried to mug me, I would go like I would like fight back, and I yelled like a girl. No. I was literally yelling like a girl, bro. I was pretty embarrassed and pretty mad at myself that I didn't even put up a stance. I didn't put up a fighting stance. I just yelled like a girl. And it was really funny, but yeah, I was actually traumatized. Like, I literally thought everyone was trying to kill me. I'm not even, like, yeah. But it's fine. No, it was actually funny. No cap, no kizzy. Like, it was actually funny. Also, Taslia. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Your message that you sent me, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm really bad at responding. I already sent you the response just in my mind. Oh, shoot, I got water on my laptop. My response to that about how we become different people by meeting different people, what I love is a saying that we are just mosaics of all the people that we've met. So like when we meet new people, we kind of take these pieces from them and we put them in ourselves. Like Wolfzark, I've known this guy since high school. Like he's become a part of my personality, or like certain things from him. And every single one of you guys, I've taken like pieces and things and they become a part of me. So we're just mosaics. We're just collections of pieces of all the people that we've ever met in our life. And that makes us, what I love about it is I feel like it makes us our truest self when we do that, because we're like unlocking more of ourselves. That's the answer I want to give, but I want to say it verbally rather than typing. I'm not good at typing stuff. Yeah, that's my answer. Also, I'm not cooking anything. Sorry, I forgot to answer that. Middle school. Bro did not talk to me in middle school. Bro pretended like I didn't even exist in middle school. It was wild. Yeah. We all carry pieces of the people we've met all throughout our lives. Bro was admiring you secretly. He was not. He hated me. Why people wash plate in the morning, not right after eating? Oh, I like this. Okay, this is really good. So I'm very big into manga. I love manga. Books that changed. I watched James Scholes. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of him. Obviously, you guys have. James Scholes, Can't Hurt Me. David Goggins. Anything David Goggins related. Any podcast, any short video of his, David Goggins. And then, unironically, Vagabond. And then James Charles. I want to yell out laughing. James Vagabond, The Climber. What else? If I could recommend any of them out of that one, I think Real is one of the best in the sense that it's very easily digestible. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually advertise in that server shamelessly. I shamelessly advertise. What can I do, bro? What else is a guy like me supposed to do? Yeah, I shamelessly advertise in there. But Real is a manga that it's good. It's about wheelchair basketball. Yeah, James is a study with me streamer. He's like the father of all study with me streamers, pretty much. Even if he wasn't the first, he was the study streamer.
The father of study streams. Dude, I actually need to get his autograph. Yeah, I need his autograph. I'm actually a fanboy. What can I say? Bro, some people like K-pop. Some people like other things. I'm a James Scholes fan. Whenever there's a new video, I go, oh my gosh, it's James Scholes. Bro, I'm actually a fanboy, bro. What can I say? Professor of all study streamers. I'll take that one. Thank you. I'll take it. The philosopher of study streamers. Dude, if there was someone here, like what if someone like came back early? Okay, so I accidentally got locked out 2 times in a week, and then the second time that I got locked out, I had a panic attack because like I went to go open the door and then it was locked. And I was like, bro, I have to call these people again. They're gonna drive all the way here to open the door. They probably hate me. It was horrible. It was horrible. Pilu may be the father of yapping. Yeah. Yeah, if you're talking about atomic habits, if you're gonna be talking about atomic habits, like, yeah, I'm a James Scholes fanboy, bro. You already know. Okay. Wait, oh my gosh. James Scholes is the one that put me onto David Goggins? Wow. Zam. Okay. Oh, let me show you what I did. A bit of an artsy project. No. What? Oh. So I'm not sure if I showed you guys the heron, but I made like a heron. Hold up. Let me actually like put it on the wall for 5 seconds. You see it? It's a heron. Oh, it fell. It fell. Dang it. I was actually gonna wait the entire time until it fell. It was like way too long. They're not dinosaur bones. I do have a fossil though. I think that was the day that Demi joined was when I found a fossil. I had this since I was a kid. This set of it's like a tablecloth. I did laundry at home and I accidentally took it and I was like, oh. Look at this kid. Bro, this kid is still here, bro. This is me. This is literally me. He's just like me for real, for real. Literally me.
did kind of break. Yeah. To summarize today, guys, just realize that you've never given up and find power in that. Like, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, bro. Just as long as you're breathing, as long as you're alive, you got it, bro. You'll figure it out. You will figure it out, bro. I watched The Boy and Heron twice in theaters, twice. I watched it twice, subbed and dubbed. And let me just say, let me just say that I do think the dub is good, but the sub is just still, I just like the sub. The sub, I like the voice actors better. I'm sorry. Like Howl's Moving Castle, I like the dub. Look at this pimple. I just woke up with this. I like the sub for Boy and Heron. I just think it's cleaner. What's the most amazing day in your life till now? That one's a little bit of a secret. I could say something really deep. I could just say now. Now is the most amazing day of my life, but that's way too cringe. Let me actually give you a real answer. Having us in the server, true. Religious wise was when I like understood something that I was looking for a long time. That was the best day of my life. But a non-religious answer would be, you never kiss me on the cheek, you liar. You're a liar. You never kissed me on the cheek. This guy's capping. I know it. Cringe. Shut up. You never kissed me on the cheek. Liar. I wish. There's a day I get goosebumps kind of thinking about. There's a few days. I think mornings, what I love about them is they're quiet. Very quiet. If I like, there's a lot of things I like about mornings, but it's the quietness. Like there was a day where I went running, and I was running up the hill, and I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop moving my body. I didn't want to, like, not another step. I wanted to start walking. And this is like what David Goggins was talking about, how like you find who you are in the friction of, you want something, but then there's this resistance and there's this friction, and it really shows who you are when you overcome like that situation. But I didn't stop running. I was running, like I was literally like walking pace, but I was still running. I didn't stop. And everything in my body was telling me to stop. My mind was telling me, everything was telling me. I just didn't stop. And if I stopped, that day would have been forgotten just like every other day that I stopped. But because I kept going, I'll remember that day for the rest of my life, where I pushed myself to a point. And there were times where I pushed myself harder, but that was like the first time in my life where I really pushed, like that I remember very notably that I pushed myself. A lot. But that specific time was always very special to me because I remember it was like my first time really getting into pushing myself. So when you're going through a rough moment, just remember that your future self is watching you right now through your memories. Me running 3 years ago has no idea that I'm literally looking back right now, 3 years into the future. I'm looking back. I'm literally there. So whenever you're going through a difficult thing, just remember your future self's watching you right now. I don't really use. I deleted Instagram off my phone. I occasionally check it on my laptop. I don't have Snapchat. Yes, I mean that's what those apps do. They make you compare. That's literally what they do. So I think social media should be, yeah. Also, yeah. I mean, as long as you can center your feed to be what you need it to be, because actually my TikTok when I did have it and my Instagram, like that saying your future self's looking back at me through your memories, I got that from Instagram or TikTok. I forgot which one. I don't care if you think it's cringe. If there's good information on there, you can take it. Doesn't matter if it's from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If it's good information. So there is good in social media. A lot of me changing came about from whenever I would open TikTok, I'd always make sure I'd always like the motivational stuff. I'd always like the deep stuff. That way it'd always come back on my feed. So I would like it helped a lot. Twitter delete. Delete Twitter and never open it. Delete Twitter and never open it again. But that was probably one of the best days of my life. Because that's when I was like alive. When I really felt like I was alive. Because sometimes it's hard to feel like you're alive because you just get swayed by everything in your life. Your emotions, they make you do things. Your thoughts make you do things. People make you do things. Obligations, work. So what I liked about running was I didn't need to run. No one was asking me to run. It was just me. Just me doing it. Not me in my mind. My body didn't want to run. I didn't feel like running. I didn't think that I wanted to run. But my soul, deep down, I knew what I wanted and I did it. And when that belief was challenged by everything, my feelings, my thoughts, everything was saying, why the heck are you still running? And I said, no, I want to do this. That's when I felt alive. That's when you feel alive. When you know I'm not just living by my emotions, I'm not living by motivation and drive. I mean, I would talk about those things. It's just David Goggins does such a good job talking about it. You need motivation, you need drive, and those types of things. But I feel like those are just words. What you need to do is you need to experience things. This morning, I took a cold shower. I didn't need to take a cold shower. The knob could have been hot water, but it was cold. And I've been taking cold showers for about 2 months now, pretty consistently. And it's only gotten harder. It doesn't get easier. It's just going to keep getting harder, harder. But you get stronger, stronger, so it's whatever. But it wasn't easy. But I knew I have to do this, so I did it. And in life, that's why I was looking for shortcuts and hacks on how to improve, how to do better, how to do. You just have to do it. There's no shortcut. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be hard. I can't sit here and tell you things are easy. It's gonna suck. But that's when you're gonna start feeling alive. And you just have to do it. That's it. I really recommend listening to David Goggins. His story, the way he says things, he says it a lot better than me. He does use very coarse language. He does swear, but he talks about that. It's because he's very passionate about this. So motivation and drive, I do believe in them, but I think that those words have been watered down by a lot of things today. And I think what can't get watered down, something that cannot get watered down, is your experience. No one can ever take that away from me, that run that I went on. No one can explain it to me. Oh, no, actually, you were runner's high. No. I know what I know because I felt it and I was there and I did it. And it sucks, but I did it and I'm proud that I did. I don't know where my phone is. I have to call my sister because I have to go get breakfast with her and stuff. Take us with you, smiley face. I can. The bells just rang, but my Discord sound went off like 7 minutes ago. Yeah. So, but amongst all things, if you can't love yourself, you will not achieve anything. Everything I've done for myself is because I love myself. And if you're struggling to love yourself, just do it still. And don't hate yourself if you struggle with it. That was a big, like, I hated myself for not liking myself. And I was like, I stopped. I was like, what? Just be patient with yourself. Things take time. You can't change overnight. A tree doesn't grow overnight. Things take time. And if you're patient with yourself, if you act as if you were your friend, treat yourself as you would your friend. Treat yourself as you would your own child. If your child was struggling to love himself, what would you tell him? How would you act with him? Treat yourself in that way. The voice in your head, the way you talk to yourself like that and see what happens. See what happens when you do that. But it's 8 a.m. I'm gonna go hang out with my sister and stuff, And thank you guys for joining me. I had a lot of fun talking about this stuff. The things I say to others are the things I do to help myself. The thing with love yourself is to know that you have, or to have faith, or to have value, because we all have. True. You have to understand you are valuable. You exist. You are amazing. Just existing is amazing. If you want to study but you are distracted because of thoughts or a person, first off, breathe, stand up from your desk, go for a walk. No phone, no nothing. The problem is we don't spend enough time with ourselves, so then we get overwhelmed by a lot of things. You have to spend time with yourself. So I don't want to say study when you don't feel like studying. Yeah, literally do nothing. I don't want to, because like when I would want to study, there were times I didn't want to study and I would, and I'd be fine. But there were times where I just knew I couldn't study. So rather than just wasting time trying to study in a bad way, sleep time? Okay, good night, Wolf's Ark. Rather than wasting time trying to study, I would try to just reset myself a little bit. Night. Thank you for joining. And I would go for a walk, have a snack, relax, do those things, and then sit back down and try and study. And if you can't, this is the thing. If you struggle with studying, don't get mad at yourself. Just always act as if you are your child. He's on vacation right now. He's slacking. I'm out here grinding on my study stream, and this guy's out on vacation having fun. No matter what happens, you have to love yourself. If I ask you how you would love your child, you would say unconditionally. You have to do the same for yourself. You can't love your child unconditionally if you don't love yourself. So work on that by changing the way you think. Think, okay, logically, if my kid was struggling with studying and was struggling with things, what would I tell him? We actually can give ourselves the best advice. My advice is actually not the best advice because I don't know you. I have an idea of who you are, but I don't actually know you. You know you. So the person who is best suited to give you advice is the person who knows you best, aka yourself. That's why I think it's very important. That's why I think, like, yes, therapy is good, but a lot of therapy is centered around like the person discovering themselves. And it's good. It's nice to have someone who can help you do that as well. So yeah. I'm not a doctor, nor do I claim to have any medical knowledge. If you need medical attention, go seek medical attention. I'm not getting sued by none of y'all. I ain't getting sued by none of y'all. I'm lawyered up, by the way. I have a lawyer in the server. Try to sue me. See what happens. I dare you. Witiwawwy. Yeah, but I'm happy that this was helpful. It was helpful for me too. Helped me think a lot about things I need to work on more in my life. Thank you guys for joining. I'm not sure we're gonna do a study stream tomorrow. Louis, stop saying Witiwawwy. You're Witiwawwy mad. Bro is always Bro is always after me. Yeah, it was nice talking to all you guys. It's been a while. I appreciate every single one of you. Happy New Year's. More than a new year, it's a new day. I don't even care about years anymore. I just care about today. Okay? It's a new day today. If you don't do well today, it's fine. There's always tomorrow, right? Be gentle with yourself. Be patient. We're all going to make it. Let's get it. DJ Khaled. DJ, buy my mama a house. Buy my family a house. Take the hinges off the door. You know how it is. Okay. Peace out, guys. That's it for today. Okay, this is going to be the new study stream. So when we're taking off the hinges, this is a new study stream photo. Hold up. Okay, there you go. Me waiting for what I asked for. I just gave it to you. And I ate no crumbs. Okay. Bye, guys. We're taking off the hinges soon. Okay. Bye, guys. Peace.